So how did Nicola Willis break her election promise? Let's start there.
So Nicola promised three things during the election campaign. She said that she could deliver her tax package without any borrowing, without adding to inflation, and regardless of the state the books were left in by the government.
Yeah.
Now, she's failed on all three of those tests. The government is borrowing an extra $17 billion over the forecast period. It's going to be issuing $12 billion more debt over the forecast period. It's going to it's going to spend a little bit more than about $14 billion in total in its tax plan. What does that mean? We're borrowing to pay for tax cuts. If we didn't have those tax cuts, we wouldn't need the borrowing. You can dress it up how you like. It's kind of, it's A minus B equals C. It's pretty straight. Even economists can manage to do this without taking our socks off. It's really quite straightforward. So as a consequence, we're borrowing for tax cuts. Two, the Treasury has a fancy measure called the fiscal impulse. What that does is it works out how much more money the government's adding to the economy. And in the next couple of years, that fiscal impulse is positive. What does that mean? It means more demand. It means more stuff being bought in the economy. As a consequence, that's likely to mean inflation is higher. That's likely to put more pressure on interest rates, which will put more pressure on rents and put more pressure on inflation. So it's failed its second test. Thirdly, she promised to do whatever the state of the government's books. We know that parts of the tax package actually haven't been delivered. So parts of the tax package aimed at changing working for families tax changes, they're not going to get delivered. The casino tax that was supposed to bring in $750 million, it's actually bringing in 190. So there are various parts that aren't being delivered. It's failed on all three of those measures. Importantly, regardless of whether or not it's passed her tests, the question is, does it actually do good stuff for New Zealand? And the real answer there is no. Right? We're cutting spending left, right, and centre to deliver a tax package that delivers 10 times the benefit to a couple who both earn $150,000 than it does to a couple of pensioners who are on super.